इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी के विस्तार के लिए सरकार लगातार पॉलिसी डिसीजंस ले रही है.
There is a strong push for electric vehicles in India. Many automakers are working hard to revolutionize the EV sector in the country. Watch this report for more details.
For years, the electric vehicle industry has been led by countries with strong economies and advanced technology. But now, India has stepped forward with a bold plan, not just to catch up, but to lead. This is not just about making more electric cars. It's about building a new future, one where electric vehicles are not a luxury and clean energy is not a dream.
At the forefront of the global EV transition, with EV sales crossing the 1 million mark in 2023, the country's growing acceptance of electric vehicles signals a transformation that's gaining momentum.
So, what has India done that no one saw coming, and how will this move shake the entire EV industry? Stick around to find out. India's bold step. Something big is happening in the world of electric vehicles, not in the United States or China, but in India. A new policy has just been announced, one that could change everything. India has always been known for its large population, rich culture, and rapidly growing economy. But what many don't realize is that India has the potential to become a powerhouse in the electric vehicle industry. And now, with this new announcement, it looks like they're ready to take that first big step. You might be wondering, why is this so important? Well, when it comes to electric vehicles, India has mostly been playing catch-up. The United States, China, and Europe have been the big players in this space. They have been leading the charge, investing billions of dollars into research and development and building the infrastructure to support electric vehicles, EVs. But now, India is saying, it's our time. So, what exactly is India doing? The government has introduced a game-changing initiative called the PM Electric Drive to support the production and adoption of electric vehicles. This initiative is not just about giving a small push to the industry. It's about completely transforming how cars are made, used, and even thought about. The focus of India's new policy is not just on creating more electric cars, but on making sure that the whole system supports them. This includes building charging stations, improving battery technology, and even providing incentives for people to make the switch to electric vehicles. These aren't just small steps, they're giant leaps for the future of transportation in the country. The best part? This plan is designed to make EVs affordable for more people. It will be like walking into a car dealership and buying an electric car without worrying about the cost. That's the dream India is working to make a reality. And this could change everything about the way we think about cars. So, what exactly is India doing to shake up the electric vehicle, EV world? Well, it's not just about putting a few policies in place and calling it a day. India's government is taking serious action to make sure electric vehicles are not just something for the wealthy or those living in big cities. They have put in measures like this as a countrywide effort that's going to make EVs more affordable, easier to use, and available to more people. Here's the deal. EVs are cool, but they're also expensive. Even though we've seen prices drop over time, the cost of EVs is still higher than regular cars, mainly because the batteries are so pricey. And if the price doesn't scare you, then the limited charging stations might. In a lot of places, finding a charging station is like hunting for a needle in a haystack. So, how is India solving this? For starters, the government is making sure manufacturers get big subsidies. What does that mean for you? It means the cost of making EVs goes down, so the prices for buyers can also drop. And it's not just about lowering the prices for companies, it's about giving people a helping hand too. When citizens buy an electric car, they'll be getting some financial benefits too. But lowering the price isn't enough on its own. What if you buy an EV and then realize there's nowhere to charge it? That's where India is stepping in to build a network of charging stations everywhere. They want these stations to be in cities, along highways, and even in places like shopping malls or office buildings. That means no matter where you are, you can find a place to charge your vehicle. This makes owning an EV less stressful because you won't have to worry about running out of battery while you're on the road. how the EVs will shake the entire industry.
Electric vehicles, or EVs, are paving the way for the future of the automobile industry. The biggest vehicle manufacturers are shifting to EVs in a bid to keep fossil fuel emissions in check.
Let's talk about something even bigger, how the EVs from India will shake up the entire EV industry. First, there have been a lot of talks about clean energy. Right now, a lot of the energy we use to charge our cars comes from non-renewable sources, like coal or gas. But India isn't just focused on electric cars. They want to make sure the energy we use for these vehicles comes from clean, renewable sources, like solar power. By making the whole energy system greener, India could reduce its carbon emissions significantly. This isn't just good news for India, it could be a game changer for the planet too. And guess what? India isn't just relying on foreign manufacturers to make this happen. Local companies are getting in on the action as well. The government is offering incentives for Indian companies to build and sell EVs. This could mean more jobs and better prices for everyone, since India won't have to import as many vehicles. It also means that India will have more control over the future of its EV industry. The government is also putting money into research and development R&D to improve EV technology. This means they'll be working on making batteries cheaper, charging faster, and even improving the design of the vehicles. By investing in R&D, India is making sure it's not just following global trends, but leading the way with new technology that could make EVs even better. By lowering costs, building more charging stations, encouraging local manufacturers, and pushing for cleaner energy, India is creating a future where EVs are affordable and accessible to everyone. And this isn't just about India. It's about creating a better, greener future for the whole world. India's push for electric vehicles doesn't just change things in India. It's going to send ripples through the entire global EV market. India, with its massive population and fast-growing economy, is an important player on the world stage. So, when they make a move like this, it gets noticed. First of all, India's market is huge. With over 1.4 billion people, India is the most populous country in the world. And that means that the demand for vehicles is enormous. If a significant portion of that demand shifts to electric cars, it could have a massive impact on how the global car industry operates. What's going to happen is that as India makes electric vehicles more affordable and accessible, other countries will start to feel the pressure to do the same. Manufacturers all over the world will have to step up their game. If India is offering subsidies and incentives to make EVs cheaper, other countries might follow suit. And this isn't just about making things easier for car buyers, but pushing car manufacturers to innovate faster and better. India is already one of the largest markets for car sales in the world, and now that it's focusing on EVs, the demand for electric vehicles is going to explode. Companies like Tesla, Ford, and Toyota are all going to have to think about how to meet this demand in India. But it doesn't stop there. As these companies see how successful EVs are in India, they'll be more motivated to expand their electric vehicle offerings globally. This could also push down the prices of electric vehicles worldwide. When production increases and competition grows, it's only natural for prices to fall. The more EVs there are on the market, the more affordable they'll become for everyone. This could be a game changer for countries like the United States, European nations, and even China, which are already investing heavily in electric vehicles. India's influence could speed up the transition to electric cars globally and make them more affordable to the average consumer. And let's not forget about the environment. The more EVs that are on the road, the less pollution there will be. India's push to increase EV adoption could lead to a significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, which is a big deal not just for India, but for the entire world. Role of government policy and support. As India lowers emissions, other countries will likely be motivated to do the same. If a large country like India can make this shift, it will encourage others to take similar steps. Plus, the fact that India is focusing on renewable energy to charge its electric vehicles could inspire other countries to do the same. If India can successfully integrate solar and wind energy into its electric vehicle infrastructure, it will show the world that it's possible to run electric cars without relying on fossil fuels. This could be a major step forward in fighting climate change. In short, India's decision to make a push for electric vehicles isn't just a domestic issue, it's a global one. The world is watching closely, and this could very well change the course of the global car industry and environmental policies everywhere. There's more. A major part of India's electric vehicle revolution will rely on government policies and support. Without strong backing from the government, it would be much harder for electric vehicles to become mainstream in India. In recent years, the Indian government has taken steps to encourage the shift toward electric vehicles. One example is the faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles, FAME scheme, which was launched in 2015. The goal of this program is to promote the adoption of electric vehicles by offering incentives and subsidies. These incentives reduce the upfront cost of EVs, making them more attractive to buyers. But what makes India's push for EVs different now is that the government isn't just talking about it, it's actively putting plans into action. The Indian government is pushing for a national policy that includes setting up more charging infrastructure, offering rebates and tax exemptions, and creating stricter emission standards. All of this is designed to make electric vehicles more appealing to consumers and manufacturers alike. For example, the government's plan to install thousands of EV charging stations across the country is a game changer. Right now, one of the biggest barriers to adopting electric vehicles in India is the lack of accessible charging infrastructure. But if the government succeeds in setting up widespread charging networks, it will solve a major problem. With the convenience of being able to charge their cars anywhere, more people will be willing to make the switch to electric. The government's policies also aim to encourage local manufacturing. India wants to become a leader in electric vehicle production, and they have the potential to do just that. By providing financial support for local manufacturers, the government is helping companies in India to produce electric vehicles at a lower cost. This could lead to the development of affordable electric cars that are specifically designed for Indian consumers. In addition to these efforts, India is also pushing for the development of new technologies that will make electric vehicles more efficient. The government is investing in research and development in battery technology, which is the heart of any electric vehicle. The goal is to produce batteries that are cheaper, longer lasting, and more efficient. This could bring down the cost of EVs even further and make them more practical for everyday use. Another important aspect of the government's support is the creation of EV-friendly regulations. India is already working on implementing rules that will push automakers to produce more electric vehicles. For instance, some Indian states have announced policies that mandate a certain percentage of vehicles sold in the future must be electric. These regulations put pressure on car manufacturers to innovate and invest more in electric vehicle technology. With the right policies, India has the potential to lead the world in EV adoption and set an example for other countries to follow. Honda reveals plans for their hydrogen-powered cars. Back in 2015, Honda became a trending topic for car lovers after revealing the Clarity fuel cell at the Tokyo Motor Show. This car was not like regular electric or gasoline-powered vehicles. It used hydrogen to create energy, offering a driving range that amazed many. By 2016, the Clarity FCV made history as the first hydrogen-powered sedan available for purchase in Japan. It was proof of Honda's commitment to innovation. The Clarity was special because it wasn't just a regular car with a hydrogen engine. Honda designed it from scratch to run on hydrogen. It had advanced features like wave flow technology, making it more efficient and powerful.
Things we loved? Well, the fuel efficiency for one. Over our 25,000 miles, we averaged nearly 88 miles per gallon.
But even with all this, the Clarity faced huge problems, which would end up leading to it being discontinued. But Honda won't be stopped by this setback, as they recently announced that their plans on a new hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV is finally underway. But what were the issues faced by the Clarity FCV, And has Honda overcomes these issues with their CR-V SUV? Stay tuned to find out. The Clarity released by Honda, although built from scratch to run on hydrogen, had its benefits and major issues. It was designed to be a clean energy car that didn't rely on gasoline or traditional electric batteries. One of its key benefits was its ability to carry 5 people comfortably, which was an advantage over other hydrogen-powered cars at the time. This made it practical for families and groups, setting it apart from smaller and less spacious hydrogen vehicles. Honda added special features to the Clarity, making it stand out. It had smaller, more efficient fuel cells that provided more power while taking up less space. This innovative design made the Clarity one of the most advanced hydrogen cars of its time. The car could drive up to 360 miles on a full tank of hydrogen.
Honda Clarity, an advanced technology vehicle that can run on pure electric and an efficient hybrid system, also known as a plug-in hybrid.
This driving range was impressive and even better than some electric cars available then. It proved that hydrogen-powered cars could compete in terms of performance and convenience, but despite its benefits, the Clarity faced significant problems that led to its discontinuation. The main issue was the lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Unlike electric cars, which can be charged at home or at many charging stations, hydrogen cars need special stations to fill up. These stations were not widely available, especially in many countries. Without enough refueling stations, it was hard for Clarity owners to use their cars for daily travel. Many potential buyers were hesitant to buy the car because they didn't want to worry about where to refuel. Another challenge was the growing popularity of electric cars. As electric vehicle technology improved and charging stations became more common, buyers were drawn to them instead. Electric cars were easier to own and use, which made them more appealing. In contrast, hydrogen cars like the Clarity were seen as complicated and inconvenient. There was also a lack of demand for hydrogen-powered vehicles in general. Many people didn't understand the benefits of hydrogen technology, and governments weren't offering enough support or incentives to encourage its use. Electric cars received more attention and support, leaving hydrogen cars in the shadows. In 2021, Honda decided to stop making the Clarity. Along with it, they also discontinued the battery and plugged in hybrid versions of the car. While the Clarity was an impressive achievement, the world wasn't ready for hydrogen cars to succeed. The Clarity proved that hydrogen technology had great potential. It showed that hydrogen-powered cars could be efficient, spacious, and environmentally friendly, but the lack of infrastructure, competition from electric vehicles, and low demand ultimately led to it being discontinued. Honda hasn't given up on hydrogen, though. They are now working on a hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV, showing their belief in the future of this technology. But will this new CR-V SUV take the world by storm? Let's find out. Honda hydrogen-powered CR-V SUV. Honda has announced its plans to release a new hydrogen-powered version of its popular CR-V SUV this year. This decision comes after years of learning from their previous hydrogen car, the Honda Clarity, which was discontinued in 2021 due to major issues like a lack of hydrogen refueling stations. Since 2021, things have changed for hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, also known as FCVs. There are now more hydrogen refueling stations, and governments are encouraging people to use cleaner vehicles. This has made owning and using a hydrogen car much easier. Honda sees this progress as an opportunity to bring hydrogen technology back with a stronger plan. The new CR-V hydrogen SUV is built using advanced technology developed with General Motors. It has 2 hydrogen tanks located at the back of the car. These tanks store the hydrogen fuel needed to power the vehicle. The car also has a smart power unit placed under the seats. This system helps manage the energy efficiently. Under the hood, the CR-V has a fuel cell system. This system uses hydrogen to create electricity through a chemical reaction. This means the car doesn't need a traditional battery to store power like electric vehicles. Instead, it makes electricity as you drive. Another key feature of the CR-V is its ability to store a large amount of energy. This helps the car travel long distances without needing frequent refueling. When it's time to refuel, the process is quick and simple. It only takes a few minutes to fill up the hydrogen tanks, which is much faster than charging an electric vehicle. The CR-V has a power export function, which is a unique feature that allows the car to provide electricity to homes or devices. It should be noted that Honda's work in hydrogen technology is not new. It started in 1999 with the launch of the Honda FCX, one of the first fuel cell vehicles. At that time, hydrogen cars were rare, and refueling stations were hard to find. Despite these challenges, Honda continued improving its technology.
Engines that Honda built, perhaps better than anyone else, are losing favor.
Is Honda walking away from one of their most appealing traits?
The Honda Clarity was a step forward in 2016, but it struggled due to some limitations. Learning from these experiences, Honda is determined to make the hydrogen-powered CR-V a success. The company has invested in building more hydrogen stations and is working closely with governments to support clean energy vehicles. They believe that hydrogen cars, along with electric and hybrid vehicles, are essential for reducing emissions and creating a more sustainable future. Remember we mentioned the CR-V hydrogen SUV is set to launch this year? Well, it's starting with North America and Japan. It will first be sold in regions with good access to hydrogen refueling stations, such as California, and select areas in Japan. Honda plans to make the cars available to more areas as more stations are built. The automotive world is excited about this new vehicle because it combines the reliability of the CR-V with the benefits of hydrogen technology. The car is expected to offer the same comfort and practicality that the CR-V is known for, along with the advantages of fast refueling and long driving range. Honda's vision goes beyond just making cars. They aim to lead the way in sustainable transportation by developing vehicles that reduce harmful emissions. While electric vehicles are a big part of this plan, Honda believes that hydrogen-powered cars also have a place in the future. With the new CR-V hydrogen SUV, Honda is showing that they are serious about innovation and environmental stewardship. The car represents a major step forward in fuel cell technology and gives us a peek into what the future of transportation could look like. How beneficial will this Honda CR-V SUV be? Keep watching because what comes next will interest you. Benefits and potential setbacks of Honda CR SUV. The Honda CR-V hydrogen-powered SUV brings many benefits to the world of clean transportation. One of the most exciting advantages is its use of hydrogen fuel cells, which produce zero harmful emissions. Instead of releasing carbon dioxide like gasoline cars, the hydrogen CR-V only emits water vapor. This makes it a great choice for people who want to help reduce air pollution and fight climate change. Another benefit of the CR-V hydrogen SUV is its quick refueling time. Unlike electric cars, which can take hours to charge, the CR-V can be refueled in just a few minutes at a hydrogen station. This is very convenient for busy people who don't want to wait long to get back on the road.
Hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. It's the first hydrogen fuel cell vehicle for the mass market consumer audience.
It also makes the car suitable for long trips, as drivers won't need to spend much time refueling. The CR-V is also designed to offer a long driving range. Its hydrogen tanks can store a large amount of energy, allowing the car to travel farther on a single fill-up compared to many electric cars. This helps reduce range anxiety, a common worry for drivers of eco-friendly vehicles. The CR-V provides the comfort of knowing you can go farther without stopping for fuel. In addition to being clean and practical, the CR-V hydrogen SUV is versatile. The unique power export feature that the Honda CR-V SUV has is quite beneficial because it means that the car can act as a backup power source for homes or other devices. In emergencies, this feature could be extremely useful, providing electricity when other sources are not available. The car also maintains the reliability and spacious design of the CR-V, a model that has been trusted by many drivers for years. Even with these benefits, the CR-V hydrogen SUV may face some setbacks. One major issue is the limited number of hydrogen refueling stations. While the number of stations is growing, they are still not as widely available as gas stations or electric charging points. In some areas, it could be difficult to find a station nearby, which might discourage people from buying the car. Another challenge is the cost of hydrogen technology. Building hydrogen cars and refueling stations is expensive, which could make the CR-V more costly than other vehicles.
The all-new Honda CR-V e-HEV full hybrid variant will also feature Honda Connect and an upgraded Honda Sensing.
Even though prices are expected to go down as the technology improves, some people might still find the initial cost too high. Competition is also a major challenge. Electric cars have become very popular in recent years, and many people are already used to charging their cars at home. The convenience of electric vehicles might make it hard for hydrogen cars like the CR-V to win over customers. The hydrogen SUV may also face issues with public awareness. Many people are not familiar with hydrogen technology and might feel unsure about how it works. Educating the public and building trust in this new type of car will take time and effort. Government policies and incentives could also play a role. While some governments support hydrogen vehicles with tax breaks and funding for refueling stations, others focus more on electric vehicles. Without strong government backing, the CR-V could face difficulties reaching a large audience. Also, hydrogen production itself can be a challenge. Although hydrogen is a clean fuel, the process of producing it is not always environmentally friendly. If hydrogen is made using fossil fuels, it could reduce the overall environmental benefits of the CR-V. Efforts to produce green hydrogen, using renewable energy sources like wind and solar, are necessary to fully realize the car's potential. The Honda CR-V hydrogen SUV has many advantages, including its clean energy, quick refueling, long range, and innovative features. But it also faces challenges like limited infrastructure, high costs, strong competition, and the need for public education and green hydrogen production. How these issues are addressed will play a big role in the future success of this promising vehicle. Ammonia-powered cars face technical challenges that have impeded their progress. One significant obstacle is the combustion characteristics of ammonia. Ammonia has a different combustion profile compared to conventional fuels, requiring modifications to engine designs and fuel systems. It has a lower energy density compared to gasoline or diesel, which means larger volumes of ammonia would be needed to achieve similar performance levels. This poses challenges in terms of packaging and range limitations, as the larger fuel storage tanks would occupy more space and add weight to the vehicle. Additionally, the conversion of existing internal combustion engines to run on ammonia is not a straightforward process. Engine modifications are needed to accommodate the specific requirements of ammonia combustion, such as changes to fuel injectors, combustion chambers, and exhaust systems. These modifications would require significant research and development, as well as testing to ensure the performance, efficiency, and durability of the converted engines. Another factor that has hindered the development of ammonia-powered cars is the availability of alternative technologies. Over the years, other clean energy options, such as electric vehicles, EVs, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, have gained prominence and received significant investments. These technologies have been further developed and have seen improvements in terms of infrastructure, battery technology, and overall performance. As a result, the focus and resources have been primarily directed toward these alternatives, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited attention and investment. Moreover, the production of ammonia itself poses environmental challenges. Currently, the majority of ammonia production relies on fossil fuel-based processes, such as steam methane reforming. This leads to greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to climate change. To fully realize the environmental benefits of ammonia-powered cars, it would be necessary to transition to more sustainable and carbon-neutral methods of ammonia production, such as electrolysis powered by renewable energy sources. However, the development and scaling up of these sustainable production methods are still in progress, adding to the complexity of adopting ammonia as a mainstream fuel. Lastly, the regulatory landscape has also played a role in the slow progress of ammonia-powered cars. Governments and regulatory bodies have primarily focused on promoting electric vehicles and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles as part of their clean transportation strategies. As a result, the regulatory frameworks and incentives have been more favorable towards these technologies, leaving ammonia-powered cars with limited policy support and incentives. But the dream of an ammonia-powered engine taking over the automobile landscape is very possible. Why? Why is ammonia worth the effort? Ammonia engines have a standout feature that sets them apart: high energy density. This means that a significant amount of energy can be stored within a given volume of ammonia. This characteristic is crucial for efficient energy storage and transportation, making ammonia engines particularly well-suited for sectors like transportation and power generation, where effective energy storage and utilization are of utmost importance. One of the compelling advantages of ammonia engines is their reliance on widely available resources. Ammonia can be produced from various elements, such as hydrogen and nitrogen, which are abundant constituents in the Earth's atmosphere. This accessibility underscores the viability of ammonia engines as a sustainable energy solution. By utilizing readily available resources, we not only have the potential to reduce carbon emissions, but also to develop more resilient and flexible energy solutions. What's interesting to note is that ammonia has played pivotal roles in various industrial settings throughout history. For instance, its use in refrigeration during the 19th century revolutionized food preservation and storage. During World War I, ammonia became a vital component in the production of explosives. In the mid-20th century, ammonia drove the growth of the chemical industry, enabling the manufacturing of synthetic fibers and plastics. In the field of agriculture, ammonia-based fertilizers sparked a global revolution in food production. Moreover, ammonia continues to be indispensable in industries such as cleaning products and pharmaceuticals. Toyota's CEO, Koji Sato, envisions a groundbreaking future for ammonia in car engines, with a focus on low CO2 emissions. This vision of ammonia-powered engines opens up possibilities that could potentially revolutionize the automotive industry, and may even challenge the dominance of electric vehicles, EVs. So, what do you think? Are you excited about the changes coming to India's roads? Do you think electric vehicles are the future of transportation? Let us know in the comments section. We hope you enjoyed watching this video. Remember to like, share it, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.